Welcome to PB Link Stories. We explore the stories and uncover the business secrets of some of Britain's most successful entrepreneurs.
Iwona Lebiedowicz is more than a high achiever. She is the founder and CEO of PAB Group. Her team at PAB delivers multilingual content services, including certified translation in over 200 languages, transcreation and localisation, serving global clients in their chosen markets. As a trilingual cross-cultural consultant, Iwona helps brands and companies to attract, engage and grow audiences internationally. With a Master's in Management from Poznań University of Economics and Business, specialising in international relations and European studies, Iwona also holds a Financial Times Non-Executive Director Diploma from Pearson College, London. She is also an NLP certified practitioner and holds an advanced NLP diploma in coaching. Iwona has a strong sense of community spirit and is a director of a charitable organisation working with and for homeless and vulnerable people. During the COVID pandemic, she offered the services of the PAB free of charge to ensure that key health messages were translated from English into foreign languages to protect non-English speaking individuals and those for whom English is a second language. Bravo. And there is not time to read out all the awards she has gained just in recent years. Iwona Lebiedowicz is more than a high achiever. She's a phenomenon. Iwona, thank you for joining me today. Welcome to PB Link Stories. I'm going to go straight into my first question. You're CEO of PAB Languages. That offers translation and interpretation services in over 200 languages. Can you tell us a bit about PAB?
Oh, thank you so much, Bill. Thank you. And it's exciting to share some ideas about our business with your audience. Yes, we assist organizations across the UK. Anyone really looking to engage international audiences will benefit from working with PAB Languages, both those that trade internationally and are looking to sell their services or products overseas, and also those who focus on domestic markets and local communities, so organizations that want to engage and establish relationships with diverse communities. And this is our mission at PAB Languages, to help businesses communicate effectively and build relationships with people from different cultures and different countries. And we are doing so, as you just said, by providing language support in more than 200 languages and also cross-cultural awareness assistance. Today, we are fully cloud-based and continue to deliver our services remotely. We also deliver some of our services face-to-face. We have offices and trusted partners across the UK, and we can provide fast, risk-free, quality services to commercial and public sector organizations at clients' location. And finally, I can say that at PAB, it's all about people. And people are at the center of what we do. The team at PAB are so passionate about languages and communication. We have a team of certified translators, technical and medical translators, language consultants, e-commerce specialists, bilingual copywriters. The list just goes on. I can say that we have wonderful, wonderful people in over 50 countries from different faiths, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, working at PAB Languages. And I'm very privileged to work with our fantastic team.
Fantastic. So you're offering your clients the best of both worlds. You're cloud-based, so you can reach out and work with anybody, anywhere in the world, so long as they have a decent internet connection. But you also offer face-to-face through all the different partners that you've got. So, that's fantastic. As I say, best of both worlds. It's all about the people. Now, you also run ILC, a company that specializes in localization and transcreation of marketing messages. Now, I'm fascinated by these words, localization, transcreation. Now, how do they differ from just translating advertising materials?
Let me explain. So, when the world has to hear our messages to make sure it has the impact we want, there will be many situations when it is necessary to translate it. And we both know that language is one of the most powerful instruments. And as you just said, Bill, there is a choice. And so what are our choices? We have standard technical translation that can be applied to technical, factual, I could say non-emotional content. Those often relate to engineering, financial, and medical fields. We also have certified translation that will be often required for official purposes. So sort of both standard and certified translations are usually rigid translations, which is fine if that's what you are looking for. But when you need advertising materials to be used across a variety of regions and accurately reflect our campaign messages, then we need transcreation or international copywriting services. And you asked me about the difference. So transcreation is the best option when you need to adapt your text to the local and cultural context. And so working with a dedicated team of professional transcreators will help to provide our clients the consistent communication. So often, the client will have a text already written. It's often in English, and then they will provide ILC team with that text, often also with a description about the project, about the purpose, about the audience they want to communicate their messages with. And as a result, working with a transcreator, our clients maintain the power of the original marketing message and build authentic connection with customers in their second language, which to those customers is a native language. When we talk about international copywriting, well, international copywriters create a new text. They generate words, slogans, and scripts based on detailed brief from a client about the audience, about the project purpose. So they will create content reflecting cultural trends from the scratch. And they will be preparing content reflecting on preferences and also saying what our clients wants to say. In both cases, we go beyond translation to deliver that exciting and relevant messages that hopefully will resonate with international audiences, hopefully compelling them to take actions our clients want them to take.
Absolutely. You remind me with what you've explained there of this may be a legend in marketing circles, but there's a story about Vauxhall Cars, who I don't know if Vauxhall still exists anyway, Vauxhall General Motors. And in Britain, there's a car, or was a car, called the Nova, Vauxhall Nova, small hatchback, Nova in English. They wanted to launch this car also in Spain and in Latin America. However, in Spanish, Nova means doesn't go. So you don't want to call a car doesn't go, it doesn't work. So they had to come up with a new name for it. So I don't know if that's real or not, but my second language is Spanish, and I can say that Nova does mean doesn't go.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and there are so many stories across the history with situations when brands didn't appreciate the cultural differences. And as it is with building relationships, it's all about integrity and authenticity, and people will respond to to genuine messages But if the messages if it goes wrong, then there is that inconsistency, and it sends a signal that perhaps we don't understand our target audience. We didn't do our homework properly.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's that could be millions of dollars behind developing a product for a certain market, and it's all wasted because that last piece of the jigsaw, the last part of the strategy, the communication message, isn't on point. So there's a great responsibility on the shoulders of the people who are doing this transcreation and localization, this international copywriting. Good. Now, thanks very much for explaining that. That makes sense to me. Now, Iwona, we alluded in the introduction to your role as a trustee, a non-executive director of the charity, and that the charity is Centrepoint. Now, can you tell us about Centrepoint, about the organisation, what it does, and what is your role?
Yes, so at PAB Languages, we have been supporting this charity and other charities for several years. And about 2 years ago, I was asked to join as a trustee. And I am so grateful I'm given this opportunity to support and give back. And so Centrepoint is Christian charity open to everyone, regardless of their culture, religion, nationality. And Centrepoint a vision is that homeless people are empowered to improve their lives and achieve their full potential. And at Centrepoint, we believe that no one should be homeless, and we provide support, guidance for people who are homeless, and also those in a very difficult situation. The support will include things like Centrepoint drop-in center, where we have emergency food parcels, also provision of furniture for people that have been housed or rehoused. Centrepoint drop-in center also will provide facilities such as use of shower, washing machine, teas and coffees, phone charging, care of address, which is also very important. We work with volunteers, so they would meet our people there at the drop-in center. So, as I said, it has been just over 2 years for me as a trustee, but I'm so grateful already that I have this opportunity to give back.
That sounds fantastic. It's offering vital, practical assistance. Because, as you say, if you're homeless or roofless, you have nowhere to live, you're sleeping rough, then it's going to be very difficult for you to tidy yourself up and go to a job interview without having a washing machine, without having showers. And even as you say, you might have the cheapest phone that you could possibly get, but if you have nowhere to charge that phone up, there's no way that you can correspond to try to get a job to help you to get out of the situation that you're in. So the services that you list are perfect and crucial for people who are in that situation. That's wonderful. And did I hear you say that you provide a correspondence address for people? Because again, this is another problem. If you have no home and you're trying to write off for a job, the employer needs an address to write back to you. So if there's an address at Centrepoint, if the letters can come to Centrepoint and the homeless person can come and collect them, then again, fantastic. Crucial, in fact, people. Wonderful, great stuff. That must give you a great feeling of achievement, I would think, over and above everything you do with PAB.
Absolutely, yes. And I love the principle of being compassionate and never mind what, of being non-judgmental, inclusive. And I learned a lot. The day-to-day battles we all have, and the obstacles and difficulties we all face, and so we all can share and be kind to each other and just understand. So the examples I provided you with are very much a practical support, but it's also about emotional support and just being for that person next to you. right now and listen and understand. So I learned a lot, and like I said, I'm grateful I can support them.
Fantastic, wonderful. Now I see that you launched you launched the Celebrating Cultural and Language Diversity campaign in March 2019 with the aim of championing good understanding of cross-cultural challenges and promoting a more inclusive culture within the UK. Now, that sounds very much like it leads on from what you were just explaining to me. Can you tell us more about this?
Yes, at PAB Languages, we believe that great things happen with true collaboration between companies and people from different cultures, backgrounds, and countries. And for that reason, we launched the Celebrating Cultural and Language Diversity campaign in 2019 in form of 3 physical events across the UK and also a social media campaign. And as a result of our events, we opened a very interesting dialogue to continue to champion good understanding of cross-cultural challenges, promote a more inclusive culture within organizations, and also encourage everyone to enhance communication and think about how we communicate to respect different languages, different cultures, different preferences, different traditions. And it's also gratifying to see that our events have been featured in over 40 independent online and also paper publications.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So what kind of events, for example, can you think of an example that you could tell us about?
Yes, so the very first event we launched in Colchester, when we would invite representatives from business and from public sector and local communities and volunteers and interest groups. The events would include presentations about different cultures, case studies of people experiencing working across different cultures. So it was very, very general events and very, very I would say also gentle events, respecting privacy. We didn't record any of those events. They were physical events, but people were encouraged and invited to ask questions and share experiences, because that way others could learn from each other. So we had about between 30 and 60 people in different locations. So we held them in London, in Cambridge, in Peterborough, in Leeds, in Nottingham, in Boston. Yes, like I said, it encouraged people to have an interesting dialogue, and we could also share. Our team members could share our personal stories. And experiences, how it is actually to settle in a foreign country.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yes, absolutely. Because if you haven't had that experience, I've lived and worked in Spain and I've come back to Scotland, which is my native country. I have some understanding of what it's like for the millions of people who've come to the UK to make their new life, to build a new life, and to help build the UK, which is wonderful. Lots of people from Poland, lots of other EU countries, other countries around the world. But putting myself in the shoes of someone who has never done that, these sort of events, this sort of campaign is fantastic to help us build this. What do we say here? This is promote a more inclusive culture. Exactly. Help us to build a cosmopolitan society where we understand each other. Yeah, great. There's a great saying in a colloquial Spanish, hablando se entiende la vasca. Through speaking, we understand each other, but it's very colloquial. You can't put it into Google Translate. Hablando se entiende la vasca. Exactly what this is in a nutshell. Iwona, here comes the question we ask everyone on PB Link Stories. What's the secret of business?
It's a very good question, and I'm still on a journey to figure it out. But When running a business for me during difficult times, during times of uncertainty, meant a lot of noise, lots of crazy long hours, getting back up again, celebrating wins, and as I say, learning some life lessons quickly. So there is not such a thing like a secret. I would say there are ingredients for me which we can apply accordingly to a recipe and our taste, which can be our values and our principles. And even if we follow a recipe, having different ingredients or elements of success, whatever it means to us, there is no guarantee we will succeed. So there are a few elements in my view, and let me just share 4 that work for us. So number 1, having passionate and dedicated people around us. Number 2, clarity of purpose. That's so important. At PAB, we have a clear picture, and we articulate our vision to our team and communicate clearly and on a regular basis for different platforms and different types of events. So everyone has that clarity of why we do what we do, and everyone is motivated to do the best they can be. The next one is honest and inclusive communication. I feel that in both good times and bad, honest and inclusive communication is vital. Because people rightly want to know how changes are going to affect them. And when we are informed, we feel more confident. When we feel more confident, we do our work best. And we do our best at work, clients thrive, and we all create just better environment for everyone involved. And finally, in today's stressful and uncertain and very busy environment, we must remember about our mental, physical, and emotional health. Respecting and appreciating health is a major factor. Not the only factor, I know, but being able to do what we want and when we want is one of the most important values, if not the most important value. Therefore, the company leaders and employees' self-care and well-being should be on top of our agenda.
Fantastic. It's not a secret of business. It's a recipe. Like any recipe, there's no guarantee of success. As a home cook, I can attest to that. You're quite right. But the ingredients include having genuine passion for what you do, having clarity of purpose. Why are we doing what we're doing? Honest and inclusive communication. Lovely. And remembering to mind our physical, mental, and emotional health. And that is the recipe or the ingredients of the recipe for success. Wonderful. Iwona Lebiedowicz, thank you very much. That's all we have time for today. Although
thank you so much.
Not at all. Thank you. And you're incredibly busy, as we've discovered through this interview. You've got a lot going on. To our listeners, be sure to subscribe to PB Link Stories as we hunt down inspiring entrepreneurs to discover the secret of business.
Join us at our next event and engage with the business community.